Alrighty, folks. Today we've got push-ups, T-rows, and side lunges. So what I'm probably gonna do is start with the push-ups and then tilt the camera back up so we can knock out T-rows and those side lunges. We'll see how my body's doing. I'm still feeling relatively blah, so we'll see what a little exercise does for me. And I am probably going to try and drop set these push-ups from full push-ups to knee push-ups. Come on, friend. Boom, boom. No. Color me surprised. Didn't know I'd be able to do 15 push-ups in a row. I may try and kind of overload on the side lunges. We'll see how I'm feeling by the end of this. So I do think we got the hurricane coming through right now, and I think it's definitely kind of put a damper on my spirits with all the extra kind of craziness that's going on in the world right now. So kind of bummed out, and kind of hoping that, getting a little exercise in, get the kind of endorphins and blood flow and all that going will kind of perk me up a little bit. No guarantees, of course, but we'll see what we can do. And sometimes it's just okay to say it's time to go to bed early. Of course, I am going to try and work out tomorrow morning as well, so we'll see how things go. That second set, definitely a little more difficult than the first. Let's see here. So I did take a look at my, I had to drop down to like 2450 in terms of calories. I think what I ended up doing is I dropped coconut oil and olive oil from 2 teaspoons to 1 per meal, or for like 1 teaspoon of coconut oil at breakfast instead of 2, and 1 teaspoon of olive oil at dinner instead of 2. And I also dropped the flaxseed in my breakfast from 2 tablespoons to 1. I dropped chicken from 4 ounces for lunch and then 4 ounces for dinner to 3 and 3. And then I've also increased, and then I added full fat Greek yogurt, and I want to say half a cup of frozen fruit. And that'll be like a nice little snack for me, or dessert. And what else? So that ends up being about 2,450 calories ballpark. And I think like, I know my fats still end up being about 30% of my daily diet. I'm still getting about 315 grams of carbs, and I'm ballparking around I'll say 135 grams of protein. So still sitting at that target weight of, or target grams of like 0.8 grams per pound. So, so we'll see how I feel, see how the adjustments go. I'm running out of protein powder soon, so probably next week will be when I get to kind of start this miniature cut, or like this very, very small cut. All right. So, like I said, potentially considering doing the yogurt as kind of dessert, having, something a little sweet, but with a little, some fiber, some fat, protein, kind of keep me satiated throughout the night. Not quite sure how I'm going to package and portion it, but I may end up doing something like setting it up the night before and just leaving it in the fridge to kind of thaw. And I've got some couple of mugs that have lids for them, and that way it'll be nice and juicy and thawed for me by the next day, and I can just kind of stir it up and enjoy. At least we hope. All right. What I'll probably do first is the side lunge, and then move into the T-row. Part of me says, like, I've already kind of torched my chest here. Woo! That I'm gonna try and maintain the dumbbells in like this front rack position. So if I tire up my back by doing T-rows, I won't be able to do as many side lunges. So we'll see how things go. Whew. Ooh. Oh. Ooh. All right. So from like 15 to 10 reps, or 9, I think, actually. All right. I'm gonna lift up. All right. Oh. So like I said, what I'm going to try and do in a second is maintain these dumbbells in this, or kettlebells in this like front rack position, and then from there we're going to side shift. Side shift. Probably going to have to adjust my feet a few times to get something that feels safe, but bits and pieces. So it is interesting that even though I've reduced my overall fat and protein content, like I was able to balance it out so nicely, and I was able to increase my carb intake as well. So if I do manage to hit 165 pounds, you know, at a whatever pace, I'll be able to have more than 4 grams per pound or 4 grams per kilo of carbs per body weight. Anyways, 4 grams of carbs per kilogram. That's where we go. So I'll have more than that. And I should be getting more in. But frankly, I feel like I have real trouble trying to balance, like, not to have too many carbs, and I try and eat like the healthier, more wholesome carbs so that I don't overdo the fiber because of, you know, potential GI issues. All right, that was too much. So that actually kind of sucked. Like felt like I couldn't breathe. Because like I was just like trying to support that weight and then move. I don't know if the camera picks up, but like I had a good little hip pop. I mean, great for trying to maintain good stability, but yeah, that sucked. Again, I've never done it that way, so I can reason with myself, be like, yeah, that was stupid trying to go 90 pounds. So at least 90 pounds in a front rack. I may be able to do 90 pounds just holding the weight in front of me though. Yeah, I think that'll work. All right. Give it like another couple seconds here. All right, 1, 2, here we go. more manageable. I'm just switching to kettlebells, because the Bowflex is a little taller. So I had the Bowflex in my right hand. So when I was going over to the left, the Bowflex would touch sooner, and then when I go over to the right, the Bowflex would touch a little later. So, yeah. All right. Give ourselves a nice long break here. So same old. Let me know if you want to have anything covered, PT wise, exercise wise, diet wise, self-reflection and journey wise. Hey, like, let's talk, build a community, kind of help each other out. I don't have all the answers, but I don't mind doing a little research. Okay. Alright, that was good. I am going to try the front rack again of 35 pounds. So 70 versus 90. All right. So again, time-wise, potentially looking at less than 30 minutes. Could I have done a few more sets of push-ups? Sure. Could I have done a few more sets of side lunges? Sure. Alright, I did like 3 to each side, and then 12, so 6 to each side, and then again 6 to each side. So could I have done a little more? Absolutely. But I'm also not trying to be here for over an hour either. And frankly, doing 4 sets of 24 or 8 sets of 12 doesn't really, neither of those really sound appealing to me. If I wanted to get a little more cardio stuff based in, maybe, but then again, I probably want to drop the weight to do that. So, it might be something I incorporate in these last few workouts. It's like a 10-minute, or like a 15-minute, as many reps as possible of each exercise, or 8 minutes of all 6 exercises, of like 1 exercise from each category. But all right, let's just do 1 arm. Alright. So, 70 pounds might be something I could work up towards too. If anything, I probably should have started at 45. I'm not sure whether I want the weight in the opposite hand or the same hand. In my head, same hand would cause like more probably glute fatigue, but opposite hand, like maybe a little more core stability. So they're both good. Or I could do, one set same side, one set same side, and then one opposite, that'd be my 4. All right. Apparently my heart rate's, let's see here. We're gonna use the timer here. Eighteen times 6 equals 108. So yeah, my Fitbit is definitely throwing me for a loop here. It's telling me that I'm at 166 beats a minute right now. So technology can be a useful guide, but shouldn't be like super relied upon, at least when it comes to the fitness aspect. Yeah, anyways. Alright. Well, let's do some T-rows. That's a good burn. All right. 26. Can't do math today, guys. So I'm taking like a minute and a half. Minute to a minute and a half in between. Man, I got much to say other than that. I think I'm pretty winded. I'm tired. I don't feel as beat up or like as kind of just down in the dumps as I did earlier. So maybe getting a little talking done, a little work done, makes me feel good. do some checking here. Check off some of these boxes. All right. So I've got one more push-pull leg workout and then 2 more ab accessory and legs, or full body rather. So tomorrow looks like bird dogs, tricep extensions, and hang cleans. And then 11 Supermans. Number 10, hip flexion march. Oh, those are fun. And then also windmills. So, yeah, that'll be a good last few workouts. And I am saving the final 2 lifts. Like, I think next week is just squat and deadlift, and I'll be remeasuring. So, which I'll be kind of interested that even though I've cut calories, I've increased carbs. We'll see how it goes. Let's start with the right arm. Switch. So, interestingly enough, my left side doesn't feel as coordinated as my right. So, my right side was starting to give me some issues, but I still see that I have some issues on my left. So that's where, again, it's kind of interesting interesting that I have different coordination deficits at different levels, which, you know, for anyone, I'd say, hey, you gotta train at multiple ranges in multiple positions to kind of find those issues. So that's where it's like, you know, don't just do barbell rows, also do pull-ups. Don't just do bench press, do military press, do some flies, do some bodyweight stuff. So, challenge yourself in a variety of ways. All right, I got a good sweat in, I'm out of breath. My mood is generally improved, and we'll see if that can carry over into tomorrow. Here we go. Whew. Okay. So I had to drop reps from 15 to 12. Left shoulder did feel more coordinated, but fatigued closer to 9 as compared to 12. All right. Catching my breath. And we're gonna do one more set. All right. All right, here we go. Last set. Wrap and roll it. It's starting to get cheaty on those last two for sure. All right. Managed to get 12 though. All right. All right. Well, I can't tell if the camera can pick it up or not, but I've got a nice like sheen of sweat going. So I'm feeling better than what I started with. So just because you're not always in the right mindset to feel like you can work out, try and do something, get your heart rate up, and at worst, go try see what you can do for 10 minutes. 10 minutes of exercise is still better than nothing, and maybe that leads into, another 25. So if you did what I did, great. If you're doing your own thing and I'm your workout buddy, great. If you're starting your journey and you're looking for some inspiration, why not? I'm here for you. Let's build a community of people trying to be a little better every day. Till next time.